Got it. Back to Zoom. Okay, I think we are ready to rock and roll. What is up, everybody? I'm so dang excited. I'm ready to finish this thing up. Put in the chat if you guys are ready to finish this thing up. There we go. Who just joined right now? What did you just join? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. Filing in. Guys, we did some good work this week. This is some work that we've been wanting to do for a while. We're training on stuff all the time. We're training on business stuff all the time, distribution stuff all the time, sales stuff all the time. We've never gotten into training on mindset and motivation, but this week we absolutely dove into it. I picked kind of like the 3 or 4 biggest things that I've seen just by like feedback that you guys give me and like conversations that we have. So those are the things that I focused on this week. Here's what I want to do right now. I want you guys to put in the chat what you guys want us to cover in the next mindset and motivation workshop. We might do like one-off, like 1-day workshops. We might do 2-day workshops. But we want to continue this mindset and motivation thing because again, if this isn't right, none of that other stuff is going to work. So we got to have this right. So put in the chat what you guys want to work on. And we will start working on that. I'll put in some stuff together, some training so we can make that happen. Let's go. Sales approach. Okay. Well, we already do a ton of that, Carlos, but we can do some more of that. Just killed it. Money management. Ooh, money management's a good one. Okay. Life balance, analysis, paralysis, and general overwhelmness. Okay. Stopping negative thoughts as soon as they pop into your head, mental programming and money mindsets, staying focused. There we go. Stop being a perfectionist. Ooh, okay. Yep, I got you. Leadership. Okay. How to not be scared at setting expectations with the clients. Okay. Procrastination, big time. Camila, we're talking about procrastination today, dude. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Stop overthinking all of the things. Get out of your head. Get out of your way. Discipline. How to be consistent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I don't want to forget all of these things. Mark, can you do me a favor? Can you create a post inside of the Real Deal Video Strategist Club Facebook group and the video entrepreneur group? We'll do this afterwards, guys. So please go back and do this. I'm going to create a post and I want you guys to go, all those suggestions that you just gave me, go put it in there. That way I have a log of it. Unless there's a way for me to, I don't think there's a way. It's not easy in here to do that.
I can export the chat too, just to be safe.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. We'll export the chat. I totally forgot we could do that. So anything that you want to cover mindset and motivation wise, put it inside the chat right now. That way I can start working on that because I do really truly believe that when we unlock our minds, things can be so much better. Okay. How to keep your head in a good space after a long string of no's. Ouch. Hell yeah. Okay. Totally do that. Okay, guys. What was your favorite part so far? The first 2 days. Which one did you like the better? Day 1 or day 2? Day 1 or day 2? What did you guys like? Tell me. Day 1. Day 1. That bucket syndrome. Day 1. Yes. Okay. Day 2, Graham says. Day 1. Day 1. Day 2. Okay. Day 2, bucket syndrome. Love day 1. Haven't watched day 2. Ooh, you better watch day 2. It's going to expire in like 2 hours. Got to get out of my own way. Get out of your own way. Hell yeah. It's not up yet. Okay, cool. Looks like day 1 was the favorite. Okay, good. That means that if we can focus on that again for people who missed day 1 or can't watch the replay. Okay, good. Let's get into today. Let me bring up my screen. Okay, share screen. Okay. You guys can see my screen? Gio, can you see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. Guys, today we're going to hack away. Today, we are going to hack away because we have to actually take actions. It's all good sitting here and getting pumped up and motivated and like, hell yeah, let's go. But then we actually have to go. We actually have to take actions and implement stuff so that way we can get onto that wave, right? We can get on top of that wave and we can ride that wave as long as possible. Today, we are going to hack away. We're going to give you those hacks. Very excited about it, okay? Let me move this out of the way so I can actually see. Yep, 4 biggest hacks. I actually have two additional hacks, some bonus hacks that I'm going to give to you guys so you guys can stay rocking and rolling. This thing is like, hang on, let me see. I need to minimum. There we go. Okay, now I can see everything. Very good. Okay. I want to start off with the group exercise though. I want us to get moving. Again, you guys know how I'm doing this in here. We're going to use the chat. I really want you guys to think about this because procrastination is a big thing and we have to open our minds to it, right? So the goals of this exercise is just to get our minds moving for today, okay? To help you generate a little bit of motivation and to help you stop from procrastinating, all right? This is a trick that I use and it works probably like 75% of the time, and then 25% of the time I end up procrastinating anyways, but 70% of the time I get it done, right? So, which is better than like 0%. So this is something that it was very simple. And we're going to ask ourselves, if I don't make time for blank now, I will be forced to make time for blank later. All right. I'm going to give you guys an example and I want you guys to put it in the chat. I'm going to add this to this slide deck. So Mark's going to help me moderate. But here's an example, guys. I got this stupid flower bed, this really dumb flower bed in the front of my house. And it's like where the utilities are. It's like the utility box and the water thing. And there's a flower bed around it. And like it gets weeds and it's a giant pain in the butt, right? Like I don't even want to deal with it. After doing all the other yard work, I don't want to deal with this thing. But if I don't deal with this thing and I don't keep it like nice and neat, then I get a fine from the HOA. So it's a giant pain in the butt, right? So this small example is if I don't make time for cleaning that stupid front flower bed now, I'm going to be forced to deal with an HOA fine later, right? It's something small, something dumb, but I'm like, okay, I got to take the 10 minutes to come and pull these weeds to make sure this looks right so that I don't get a fine from the HOA. This is a very small thing. We can extend this to big stuff, right? Big like life changing stuff, business stuff, personal stuff. Okay. So what I want to do right now, and I see Cade's in here. What's up, Cade? Cade, do me a favor. I can hear your microphone. So if you can make sure, there you go. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is we are going to start with your personal life. Okay. I want you to put in the chat, if I don't make some time for something in my personal life, I am going to have to deal with the repercussions of not making time for it now. Because a lot of times those repercussions are enough to make you go, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So we're going to do this exercise. And Mark, if you can shout these out, I'm actually going to type them as they are coming in. So put them in the chat. Make it happen. In your personal life, if you don't make time for it, what's it going to cost for you later?
Allie says, if James and I don't make time to have work talk, we will pay later.
Okay. Work talk. I'm not quite sure what that means. You pay for it later. Okay. I could type. What else we got?
Lay says, removing fire fuel from around our home or pay fines to the California fire.
Okay. We don't want that. Keep fire safety. Remove fire hazards. Or we're going to have to pay that fine. What else?
Robert says, if I don't make time to exercise, I'll pay in weakness and possibly disease later.
That's big right
That's
there, guys. That is a really good one. So energy, why poor health, guys, this is big. Listen, let's stop there before we move forward and keep putting them in there. Mark will collect them up as we go. Look, your physical self, you got one body. That's it, right? One body, right? If you don't make the time to take care of it now, you're going to pay for it later, some way, somehow, right? Right now, I'm like, hey, man, my baby's going, but I'm about to be 39 years old. I'm going to be an old dad. So when I'm like, man, I don't want to go to the gym right now, dang it. I tell myself, you know what? If I don't make time for the gym now, I'm going to have to make time for low energy later on when my kid wants to play with me, or I'm going to have to deal with poor health later on. And I don't want that. So I got to make the time right now for my health and going to the gym. That's a good one. Energy, poor health. Got it. What else?
Raven says a good one. If I don't make time for cooking healthy food now, I'll be forced to feel tired all the time later. That goes hand in hand with
Yes.
that exercise.
Yes. Not going to feel good later. Good. What else?
Julio's got a big one. Wife and family time, or I'll be disconnected later.
That's it right there, right? Guys, right?
Similar to that.
You don't make
If I
time
don't
for
take
those
time.
relationships, and then it hurts, right? We got to keep the passion in those relationships. We got to keep the energy in those relationships. If we don't make the time for that, those are the most important things right there. That's good. Who was that from?
That was from Julio. And then
There we
Evan,
go.
similar to that, if I don't make time for family now, they may not be around later.
Flat out, right? Absolutely. Good. What else? These are big. I'm going to keep going. If you got more than one, put them in there.
Go on. If I don't make time for dating now, I will be forced to be alone later.
Hey, that's legit,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to be, nobody wants to be lonely. You know how many busy professionals don't make time to go out and date, like, because they're just so busy and so wrapped up in their career, and then they end up wondering, like, dang, like, there's TV shows about that kind of nonsense. Okay, let's keep going.
Tommy says, taking inventory of me and my mental health. Otherwise, I'll wake up in a place I can't escape.
Okay, good. Mental health. Then we're gonna deal with poor mental health later. Good, good, guys. We gotta take time to think about that stuff. What else?
Bradford says, if I don't take time for learning or continuing education, I will fall behind.
Yep. True. You'll be playing from behind the 8 ball. Good one. Love it, Bradford. What else?
Rodney says, if I don't make time for my wife now, I'll be forced to make time for an unhappy marriage or a single life later.
Let's be real. You got a spouse, you got to make time for that, right? That's a relationship that requires work, right? It's so easy to just to be like, I'm tired, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to chill, and I'm not going to pay attention to that relationship right now because I'm tired or whatever. I'm going to procrastinate on that. No, hell no. That's a great one. Make time for I'm going to put spouse. Good. Going to be forced to deal with a poor relationship later. A relationship with no passion, right? Stuff like that. Divorce. We don't want that. We want good, healthy relationships. Good. What else?
If I don't get good sleep, I'll be tired and unfocused.
Hey, heck yeah. You don't make time for sleep right now, you're going to be dragging tomorrow. I'm going to put here, dragging my butt. Here we go. Tomorrow. Okay. Okay, cool. Anything else?
Rodney's got another powerful one. If I don't make time for veggies instead of chips, I'll be forced to make time for diabetes and a pacemaker later.
Yep. Eating healthy, veggies. Got to make the time for those veggies, right? Pacemaker later. Guys, our health. I can't tell you, like, our health. It's so important. So important. Okay. Did yours get skipped? I don't know. Did it? There was a bunch of them that piled in. Let's see. Let's take two more because I think I got space for two more bullets, and then we'll go on to the professional part.
Carlos, if I don't start making money soon, I'll be forced to get a regular job later.
Okay. All right. Listen, we got to commit to making money. So we'll say I got to make time for prospecting, closing deals, or I will be out of business. Go back to job, 9 to 5. Good. Okay. One more. Give me one more good one.
If I don't take time to prepare for a shoot and charging batteries, I'll pay for it with frustration on the job site.
Yes, don't take the time to prepare gear.
Chris has a good one too while you're typing that, David. If I don't chill out, I will get burned out. That's important
Let's
for
go.
entrepreneurs.
Guys, you need to give yourself permission every once in a while to just enjoy life, right? You have to take time to just chill. This is different than procrastinating. This is where you put on your schedule that I am going to take that 6-hour block of time off. I'm not going to answer emails. I'm not going to get into this. I'm not going to edit. I am going to spend time doing something fun. Guys, it's so incredibly important to avoid burnout. That is huge. Fred says his comment got skipped. Fred, can you put it again so that we can see? I don't want to skip you, brother.
Fred said, not learning how to deal with ghosting or preventing it.
Not learning how to deal with ghosting or preventing it. Not quite sure what that means. What do you think, Mark?
Not sure. I know he's saying he's got to take the time now to deal with that, but not sure what the other half of it is.
Unresponsive customers. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got you. I don't have any more space on this slide because it's maxed out. So, but I feel what you're saying. You got to make time for that, right? So we can square it away. Okay, good. Fantastic exercise. Guys, these are important, right? So I always do this. Like if I'm about to procrastinate, I just think to myself, if I don't make time for what I'm supposed to be doing right now, there is going to be a consequence to that. Which one is heavier? Which one do I want to deal with more? Just a little bit of energy to take care of it now, or the big energy, negative energy it's going to take me later, right? This helps me like 75% of the time. There's some stuff that you can do the other 25% of the time, but it helps me be like, okay, I'm just going to take care of this now. Fantastic. Good stuff. And guys, your things might be being skipped if you have your chat set to host and panelists. Make sure you click the little drop down box and put everybody. That way we can see it. Okay. Let's go to professional life. The professional life. You're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner. There's things that we procrastinate on. If I don't make time for this right now, I am going to have to make time for that later on. Put it in the chat. Same exercise. Let's go.
Oh, I got a big one to start off. If I don't make time for understanding and paying my taxes now, I'll get a big old bill from the IRS later, and nobody wants that.
Guys, how many of you guys have gotten to the end of your tax year and your accountant tells you or whatever how big of a bill you got and you're like, ouch, it sucks. Got to make time for understanding taxes. That is huge in business. Huge in business. This is why we have a tax strategist in the VSC, guys, in the Video Strategist Collective. This is why we brought in a tax strategist who is a preferred partner who gives us tax strategy sessions every single quarter. That way we know taxes and we understand them and we don't give away our hard-earned money. That's so huge. Okay, what else? Business.
Rodney says, if I don't make time for our business now, I'll be forced to make time for working for someone else for the rest of my life.
Can't let that happen, Rodney. Got to fight. Can't let that happen. All right. Gonna work for somebody else. Okay. What else?
Raven says, if I don't make time for creating and posting content now, I'll have to borrow money for rent later.
Hey, that's real. Borrow. Okay. What else?
If I don't make time for editing now, I'll have projects and stress pile up later.
Come on. I was waiting. I'm surprised that wasn't the first one out of the gate because I know you guys. Every time I'm in accountability sessions and there's a bottleneck, that bottleneck is always editing. And then we're stressed out. We're behind schedule. There we go. That's a good one. Editing. Pain in the butt. I hate editing. Okay, cool. What else?
If I don't make time for equipment checklists now, I'll be forced to deal with faulty equipment on the shoot.
PCCs and PCIs. PCCs and PCIs. Real quick. Okay, so you guys understand what a PCC and a PCI is. My boy Bradford Jackson knows. And I talk about this a lot. So in the Army, you have your PCCs and PCIs. PCC means you lay everything out and you put your hands on it. Do I have my lens? Do I have my cables that I need? Do I have everything that I need for this shoot? Okay, PCC, we have checked that it is physically present and it is ready to go. PCIs is in the Army, pre-combat inspections. We are going to turn this piece of gear on and we're going to make sure that it works, right? Because the last thing that we want to do is get to our shoot and have our gimbal, right? And that gimbal's wobbling all over the place, having some sort of malfunction, and you're finding out about it during the shoot. We don't want that to happen. So PCCIs, is it here? PCC or PCIs, does it work? Fantastic, right? Make time for it. Very good one. What else?
If I don't market myself now, I won't have clients later. And similar to that, Chris says, if I don't prospect now, I'll have a dry pipeline.
Yes. I had to deal with no clients. That's not fun. Prospecting, no pipeline. Good. What else?
This is a good one. If I don't stop scrolling now, I'll have to deal with the stress of not getting projects done on time.
Woo! That social media got you in a trap. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, right? Okay, so if I don't stop scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, what was the second part? I'm going to be forced to deal with what?
The stress of projects piling up, not getting done on time.
Man, so easy, right? So easy to sit down and just scroll for half an hour. It just sucks your brain in. And then all of a sudden that time is gone, right? That's not doing your business any good. It's not helping you be successful. It's not helping you be profitable. That's just a waste of that. Social media is just a waste of damn time. Okay, what else?
If I don't invest in my business now, I won't flourish later.
That's right. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Good. Okay, what else?
If I don't respond to lead follow-up now, I'll have to make apologies and send multiple replies later.
Okay, cool. Gonna look bad if it takes you a while to respond to leads. Okay. What else?
If I don't storyboard, I'll be forced to think on the fly and possibly give the client an unorganized product.
Okay, so storyboard kind of preparation. Going to be unorganized. No, you have to think on the fly. Or results. Good. I'm glad this thing has a spell check. Okay, I think I got space for 2 more bullets. Do we have 2 more?
If I don't make time for my own BMV for my own company now, I will be forced to deal with no dream clients later.
Let's go. Who said that?
That was Cohen.
There we go, K-Win. Listen, get your brand message video done. Get it done. There's no, you should have fun with it anyways, too. Like, we got to have that. If we're telling our customers they got to have that, we got to have it, period. Okay, so brand message, my brand message video. I have a hard time getting clients. No clients. Or no example. No, I'm going to put no good example. Right, got to set the good example for them. Okay, let me get one more.
Gio says, if I don't make time to learn to network in person, I'll be ill-prepared speaking in public later.
Ooh, I love that, Gio. Listen, that little 30 seconds where you stand up and you talk about yourself, I'll tell you what, the first time I did it, Gio, my heart was just pumping out of my throat. I felt like I was going to faint, right? And just that 30 seconds, like, it can make you so like nervous. But when you make time for it and you stretch yourself outside of your comfort zone, then you get to a point where you're like, hey, I can give a presentation. I can get up in front of 20 people and talk. Maybe one day, Gio, in fact, I know this. I know you're going to overcome this, because one day you and all your young guns, your young gun squad, you guys are going to be talking in front of millions and millions of people. I love that. Good. Okay. Excellent. I love this. This is so cool. Guys, just have to, let me stop the share real quick. Okay. When you're about to procrastinate, when you're about to like just do whatever it is, it's going to be a total waste of your time and not productive. You just have to think about what matters most, right? Do I want to find that success, or do I want to just waste this time and deal with the repercussions later? Right. I told you guys at the beginning of this workshop, I'm just going to share the stuff that works for me. Hopefully it works for you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know, but it works for me. So I'm going to share my experience, right? I think that you guys listed off some phenomenal stuff for both personal and professional life that if you can just tackle, right? Let's just make the time for it. I'm not going to procrastinate. Your life is going to be better. You're going to get to your dreams. You're going to have better relationships, all of those things. It's streamlined. I love that exercise. But how'd you guys feel about that exercise? Did you like it? I like that one a lot. That was fun. Put it in the chat. Tell me how you felt about that exercise right there. There we go. Oh, I was scrolled up. Okay, cool. Fire's emojis. Just got in. What's up, Marvin? Good to see you here. Just got in. Oh, you just missed an awesome little exercise. You can watch the replay. Okay, cool. Let me go back to full screen. Hopefully I don't have the little boxes. Do I have the boxes, Mark?
No, you don't.
All right, very cool. I think that's only when I do the videos. Okay, guys, let's give you a bonus hack. How many of you guys are slouching in your couch or have bad posture right now? How many of you guys have it? I know it's so easy to have bad posture, but there's science behind the fact that if you just sit up tall, your mood will immediately improve. You're not going to go from like being completely down in the dumps to the top of the mountain just by sitting up straight, but simply by sitting up straight just a little bit makes you feel a little bit better. It's that first little step. It's the catalyst that can open your mind and just to thinking and breathing and being open, right? Sit up tall. If you're in your chair right now and you're like just slunched over like so or whatever, right? Like your body's already in just a bad mood. Let your body be in a good mood so your head can get into the good mood, right? That's so simple to do. I read that a while back because I used to slouch a lot. And in fact, I still do. I catch myself doing it, especially when I'm in a bad mood. And first thing that I do is okay, I'm just going to sit up tall. I sit up tall. I breathe. I feel a little bit better. And then I can move forward. Okay. Good. Center, body, and balance. That's right. Heck yeah. Right. You guys we talked about Tony Robbins the other day. Tony Robbins, he's the GOAT. I love this dude. In almost every single talk that he ever does, he talks about how if you stand up tall, stick your chest out, breathe, and put your hands on your hips like you're Superman or Superwoman and just breathe, your body will automatically respond and your mind responds to your body. And just that's oxygen flow to your brain will immediately put you into a better frame of mind, right? It's no joke. Just do it. Super, super easy. This is a bonus hack, right? Seriously, when I initially stand up taller, I feel more confident, right? Feel more confidence. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Bonus hack number 2, look good, feel good. Look good, feel good, right? I know a lot of people are working from home and it's easy to just work in your pajamas, right? Oh man, like that's so easy to do. And it's cool every once in a while. But hey, every once in a while, even if you're working from home, get ready, comb your hair, shave your face, right? Ladies, put on something nice, like get ready to look good, feel good, right? If you're going out into public, right, and you're going to a networking event, get yourself some nice branded material, right? Like these new shirts that we got are so dang nice, guys. Go look up BTX Sports. I'm going to put it in the chat so you guys remember. BTX Sports. This shirt costs $30. It's dry fit polo. It's crazy comfortable. It looks nice, right? It's business appropriate. The logo is not like a super cheesy decal that they iron on. Like it's crazy nice. And I'm so confident walking into networking meetings when I got my shirt on, I got my hat on, I'm looking as good as I can look. I look good. I feel good, right? That's an easy thing to do. Just show up, right? Even if you're working from home and you're doing Zoom calls, we're all professional video people. Have yourself a nice looking Zoom setup. I can't tell you how many times I go into a networking meeting and everybody's got that cheesy, like blurry background that's moving around and it's all wonky. It doesn't even look good. And some people are like in a dark, like cave. And then they come over to me and they're like, dude, your setup looks fantastic. Like, hey, and they start a conversation. They notice that. Mark, the other day when I went through Jeremy's workshop, he had a whole bunch of people on, right? And he was going through the question and answer session after the fact. And he got to me, and the first thing he said was, man, your setup looks freaking awesome, dude. And we had a better conversation just because I showed up, right? Look good, feel good, put some effort into it. Every once in a while on Fridays, hey, casual Friday, cool. Work from your pajamas, all good. Look good, feel good. All right, show up. That's what I'm talking about. What did Dave K say? How we show up is our branding. Absolutely. Everything is a shortcut for how we position in people's minds. Heck yeah, Dave. Hell yes. Okay, cool. Those are the bonus hacks. Those are the easy ones, right? Those are the easy ones. Let's get into the other ones. Hack number 4. We're going to go from kind of smallest hack to biggest hack. The biggest hack is going to be at the end. Hack number 4. One of the biggest things in business is desperation. It is a terrible feeling, right? When we are desperate, and there's a lot of things that come with like fear. If I don't land this job, or if I don't land this deal, I'm going to have to go back to work, or I'm not going to have money or whatever. Desperation is terrible. How many of you guys have ever felt just desperate? Like, dang, like if something doesn't happen, I am completely toast. How many of you guys have felt that? I felt that so many times. Okay. Robert says, yep. Feel that right now, Julio. Okay, cool. Raising hands. I got you. It is a terrible, terrible feeling. Okay. I want to help you guys out through avoiding desperation, through diversification. Okay. Diversification is going to help you to not feel desperate. Because here's the reality. If you are desperate, is because you have a lack of options. Right. And when you have a lack of options, there's all kinds of mental stuff that happens. You just go into a tailspin when you don't have a lot of options and you're backed up into that corner and you only got one thing to hold on to, and that thing's got to actually work out. Ooh, that's a terrible feeling, right? You got no peace of mind, stress, anxiety, imposter syndrome, confidence goes in the tank. It's just terrible, right? So you have a lack of options. How many of you felt like, I just asked that question, so I already skipped ahead. I need to land this big deal, or I'm in trouble, or what's this one over here? I'm gonna have to go back to my 9-to-5 job. I need to start landing deals, but I don't have anything in my pipeline. How many of you guys have looked at your pipeline and been like, oh shit, I don't have anything here. What the heck do I do? How many of you guys have felt that? Yep. That's my boy, Alex Miner. Absolutely. Richard Alice, like, hell yeah. It happens. It happens. What pipeline, right? It happens. Okay, cool. Okay, very good. So, how does it make you feel? Yeah, I forgot that I put this bullet. How does this make you feel? Stressed. Heck yeah, stressed. Put in the chat, empty, anxious, giant pile of poop. I see it. You're pissed off. You're worried. You feel like a failure. Dang, desperate. Yep. Angry. Yep. Absolutely. Okay, cool. Guys, these are all feelings that once they start getting in your head, it's hard to get out of that, right? So we have to take actions in order to avoid being desperate. We have to take actions to diversify everything, all right? So we're going to talk about how to fix this. How can I fix this, right? Guys, I thought you'd never ask. I'm just kidding. I knew you were going to ask. I always put that. Okay. So first things first, in your business, you have to diversify your lead generation, right? There's a lot of ways to generate leads, but you got to diversify them so that way you don't have all of your eggs in one basket. There's a reason why that saying exists, right? All the eggs in one basket. And if that basket gets crushed, guess what? You're desperate because you only have one option. So we got to diversify our lead generation. I'm going to show you guys kind of some ideas of what you could do. What I want you to do is pick a primary lead generation source that you're going to spend 40 to 50% of your time prospecting efforts. Okay. So for example, my main way to prospect for new business is to do networking. I network a ton. I networked yesterday. I network today. I network all the dang time, right? I spend at least 50% of my prospecting time networking, right? And then I spend probably the remaining, 50 to 60% of whatever that is. You pick another 3 or 4 lead generation methods and you put effort into those as well, right? That way, if one goes down or one's not performing, you're not out of luck, right? We want leads coming to us from everywhere, right? So let me give you guys kind of a breakdown of what this could look like. So 40% networking opportunities and building relationships with people, the right people in my area. I spend a lot of time doing this. And by 40% of time, guys, let me stop this. Escape. Okay, then you guys can see me. Okay, you got stuff that you've got to get done throughout the day. So if you have, say, 10 hours that you're going to work today and 3 hours of those are taken up by admin tasks, editing, filming, shooting, whatever, right? You have 7 hours left in the day. That 7 hours should be taken up by finding new leads and closing new deals. So how are you going to spend that 7 hours? Split it up, right? 40% is going to go for me to networking, and the remainder is going to go elsewhere. Let me go back to my share here. Share, good. Okay, 40% networking. 30% putting together your own organic video content strategy. Whoever said earlier, I need to get my video work done. I need my brand message video. I need to have my own, I'm going to need to post my own micro content. Who said that? Revens? I believe so. Reven said, I got to post my own micro content. Otherwise, I'm going to have to ask for money to pay my rent. This is true, right? You have to put effort into your own content strategy. Right now, we're talking about micro content because there is a huge opportunity for you to get a lot of eyeballs on without having to pay for ads. And TikTok's just changing that. And Facebook and Instagram and all these platforms are chasing TikTok right now. So if you guys are not creating micro content for your own business, you are totally wasting a huge opportunity to gain some traction. And if you put time into micro content, you are going to drive traffic to your sites, right? So put time and effort into that. Next up, I just talked about, okay, cool. Have your own sales trifecta. I don't know how many people are like, I'm like, where's your sales trifecta? And they simply don't have it. Oh, but I'm busy, blah, blah, blah. You obviously ain't that busy because you're telling me that you don't have any clients. So let's get some work done. Get your sales trifecta up and running so that way they can go through the entire phase, the entire process, the awareness, consideration, and conversion phase of a sale, right? Our clients are no different than other clients. You got to take them through that process, right? So put the time into that so that your online video strategy can generate leads for you. Here's an example of another one. Put 10% of time into scrubbing on LinkedIn, right? For those of you who were on the workshop with Bryn Tillman, guys, in the Video Strategist Collective, we hired a LinkedIn coach to come give us a workshop on how to utilize LinkedIn to generate leads for your video business. Spend 10% of your time, your prospecting time, getting your LinkedIn strategy in place. Make the connections on LinkedIn so that every once in a while you get a lead from LinkedIn, right? Get leads from everywhere. That's okay. Hey, look, you want to go work some booths? You want to set up a booth at a business event, a business conference? Put some time and effort there, right? Rework your world. What I mean by this is spend 10% of your time reaching out to the people that you already know, your friends and family. Let them know what you're doing and ask if they know anybody who could use some video work, right? And then also reaching out to your previous clients. Reach out to your previous clients, okay? And then a bonus here, speaking engagements. Spend some time doing speaking engagements, very much like our man Don Man did, where he did a speaking engagement, little workshop for his Chamber of Commerce, and now all of a sudden he's got leads coming in from Chamber of Commerce, okay? The reason why I'm saying this, guys, and I'm going to have Mark speak to this in a second, is that if you set yourself up so that you have leads coming from everywhere, right? You're never desperate, because if one thing's not working, something else is going to work. If you are not putting maximum effort into diversification, actually generating leads, you're going to end up feeling desperate. Mark, how many different lead generation sources do you have for your business?
A lot, probably four or five. And when we had, when I started one of my other agencies with a partner a couple of years ago, which was 100% focused on blue collar clients, we did a lot of LinkedIn, a lot of blogs, and that absolutely killed. Facebook groups, paid ads, organic content. There's so many ways, and like you said, find what's most profitable, what's best, put most of your time there, but then have those other things going, because everything has its ebbs and flows. So when your main thing's not flowing, you still got people coming in those other sources.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, prospecting, like, you got to go out and get your own business. That's part of being an entrepreneur. You diversify, diversify, diversify. Let's talk about diversifying. We already talked about creating a schedule. I'm going to speed up because I realize we're a little bit behind here. Diversify the types of secondary revenue that you have, guys. You do not have to land a client in order to make money. I'm going to say that again. I want you guys to remember this. You do not have to land a client in order to make money. Guys, if you are not second shooting right now for other videographers, you are missing out on revenue. You are missing out on revenue. Let me give you an example. There's a guy, in fact, his name is Patrick. He was the second shooter. Let me put it in here. So he was the second shooter for my wedding, right? Him and Adam Grumbo shut my wedding. I hired Adam. Adam hired Patrick to come be the second shooter, right? Patrick runs a very successful video production and strategy business. I would guess that he probably doesn't need to be a second shooter, but hey, he's got a secondary source of income that he does very regularly. I know he probably shoots at least 3 weddings per month. That is revenue that's coming in that he does not have to land the client, right? So if you're like, hey, I need to generate some revenue, I'm desperate right now, guys, go and link up with other videographers and be their second shooter. You can easily bring in $1,500, $2,000 from corporate gigs. If you do a couple of them a month, that's $1,000, $2,500, depending on the project. People like me, we charge our customers, our clients, additional money so that we can hire secondary shooters, audio techs, editors, all that stuff. It is so easy to link up with other people and say, hey, listen, when you need a second shooter, let me know. I can be a second shooter for you. And can I call on you to be a second shooter for me? Absolutely. Cool. Guys, there's money out there without you guys even having to land a client. You just have to put yourself out there and get it. Okay. Take part in affiliate programs. If you've purchased something, guys, and you like it, and they are giving you the opportunity to make money by, putting your affiliate link out there, freaking use it, guys. Like, that is free money. You do not have to land a client. Put it out there. Take part in the affiliate programs. That's why in the Video Strategist Collective, we have an affiliate program that pays out up to $2,000 for our members when other people use their affiliate codes. We put that there so they don't have to land a client. They can bring in extra revenue that is going to diversify their secondary sources of income. Incredibly, incredibly important. Okay. Just talked about that. I'm speeding up here a little bit, guys. Be a consultant. Help business owners set up their home office and filming studios. I was just over at one of my clients' houses right now. I consulted with him on how to set up, what equipment to buy. We went through an equipment list. I showed him how to set it up, where it was going to go, all this stuff. He set it up. It looks fantastic. Now he's got a home office. It's awesome for him to show up and looking good, feeling good, right? Takes very, very little work. In fact, the micro content guys, Micro Content Mastery, they cover on how to do that and actually get paid for it. So if you guys haven't taken a look at our Micro Content Mastery program, look at that, because they talk about that a lot. Here we go. Yep. Start submitting your footage to B-roll and stock footage sites. I've never done that, but it's definitely possible. Speaking engagements, get paid to teach people about video strategy, right? Go do a speaking engagement. That's something that I'm going to be working on. I'm very excited about. But the point being, guys, find yourself ways to make money and bring revenue into your business that do not include you having to land a client. That way you're not desperate. You're like, dang, I haven't landed a client this month, but guess what? I was a second shooter for 2 or 3 weddings. Right? I didn't have to worry about storytelling. I didn't have to worry about editing. I didn't have to worry about landing the client. I just had to worry about showing up and shooting B-roll. That's it. I did that 2 or 3 times, and that carried me through the month. Diversify, diversify, diversify. Step 3, diversify your personal income, guys. We're not going to get into this a lot, but when you're able to get into the stock market, get into real estate, get into cryptocurrencies, all that other stuff, diversify, right? If you talk to anybody who's wealthy, or anybody who is well off with money, and you ask them, how many streams of revenue or income do you have? Put in the chat, how many do you think that they are going to say? Put it in the chat. 7. Okay, cool. 5 to 10. Very good. 12. Absolutely. Diversify your streams of revenue. I haven't felt desperate and I don't know how long, guys. Why? Because there's stuff happening all over the place. I worked my ass off to set up these streams of revenue and it's just coming in now, right? But you have to take the actions to make that happen. Don't allow yourself to only have one option, because if you only have one option, then you're desperate. That's a bad place to be. Bad place to be. Okay, cool. We'll skip this. We're going to move forward because I need to go through. Guys, okay, hack number 3. You guys ready for this? Push harder after the big wins. You have to capitalize on the momentum, right? Part of having good mental fitness is being able to get up on top of that wave and ride that wave as long as you can, guys. Common mistakes I see so many times is people get complacent after that big win. They're like, man, I just landed that $25,000 deal, and that $25,000 is going to last me 6 months, and I can just take my foot off of the gas pedal. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? Because you take your foot off that gas pedal and that momentum slows down, right? Then everything slows down. And then all of a sudden you don't have 6 months because 3 months has passed and now you only have 3 months of money left. And you're like, shit, now I got to get back in gear. Don't let that happen, right? You got to keep going. Sometimes a lot of people will think that big one was a mistake, right? We just talked about that yesterday. We'll talk about it a little bit more right now. Don't think that's the case. Don't let that imposter syndrome get in your head. You landed a big deal, go after a bigger one. It is possible, 100% possible, okay? Not taking the opportunity to reinvest into your business. I see this all the time. People land that big deal, and what do? They stick that money in their personal pocket, right? And they don't reinvest in the things that they need help with in their business. And it cripples their growth, right? Not only that, is if you guys keep all that money, guess what happens to that money? You get taxed on that money, right? If that is profit, you are going to get taxed on that profit. If you're like, you know what, I just landed this big old $50,000 deal. I'm going to take 25% of that $50,000 and I'm going to reinvest back into my business, the piece of my business that's struggling or the piece that I need the most work on. Then guess what? You don't pay taxes on that and you strengthen the parts where you're weak at. You guys feeling me on that? Tell me if you're feeling me on that. That's huge. So huge. So many people, they just like stick their money in their pocket, or they reinvest in not the most impactful way. They'll go reinvest in their strengths instead of their weaknesses. Reinvest. Got to make it happen. Okay. There's an example. I just landed a $25,000 deal, but I'm not going to reinvest in going and joining a networking group so I can prospect for more leads. Invest in a good networking group, guys. Next level. Talk to Camilo Jimenez. Camilo, put in the chat how important networking is. He'll tell you. I know he'll tell you. Putting all of your focus into one thing in your business and not looking at the big picture, right? So I just landed this big deal. I'm on the top, and now I'm only going to focus on this big deal, and I'm going to have my blinders on. I'm not going to look outside of this big deal. Don't do that. That's going to put you on that roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. When you land that big deal, keep your eyes open for other opportunities, right? Got to make that happen. Not examining how you landed that big deal so that you can rinse and repeat. A lot of times I talk to people and they're like, I landed a big deal back in January, but man, I've been on a dry spell since then. And I'll say, okay, well, how did you land that big deal? And they'll tell me how they landed it. And I'll be like, okay, have you done that again? And they're like, no, I haven't. It worked once. Why are you not trying to do that again? Why are you not examining what worked and going and replicating it so that you can make a system out of it and make it go forward? Okay. Got to re-examine. Right. Ask yourself all the time, what can I do to keep this winning streak alive? Keep it alive. Guys, when I landed my first big retainer deal and they signed for 15 months, I felt like the clock in my head was ticking. I was like, I've got 15 months, right? Getting off the ground is hard. Staying off the ground is just as hard. I've got 15 months to get up to that next level and scale. If I waste that 15 months, I may not never have that opportunity again. And that's how the real deal was born, right? When that's what gave me the opportunity. And I put my foot to the floor and I said, let's go. I'm going to scale. I am not going to waste this momentum. You have to ride those big waves. Does that make sense? Put it in the chat. Let me know if you guys understand that. 1000%. Keep that pipeline full. Got to be passionate about this stuff, guys. You got to be ready to rock and roll. Okay. Hack number 2. We're going to keep cruising along. Hack number 2, be obsessed with self-improvement and educating yourself so that you are prepared at all times. Preparedness is huge. You have to be ready. All right. At the end of, how many of you guys have listened to a podcast called How I Built This? Put in the chat if you guys have listened to How I Built This with Guy Raz. Anybody listen to that one? If you haven't, I highly recommend it. Guy Raz, he interviews the most successful business leaders, business owners, founders in the world. I'm talking about, like, he interviews the CEOs of companies like Google and Chipotle. He's got Mark Cuban on his podcast, right? He's asking them about their experience, how they started their business, their mindset, their failures. If you guys want to hear about some people that absolutely failed and fell flat on their face at some point in business, go listen to this podcast. The stories are insane about how big failures are. Go listen to the one with the guy who started Ring doorbells. Go listen to that one and listen to how bad he failed and what it took for him to get back up. It's a phenomenal podcast. Anyways, at the end of each one of these interviews, Guy asks the guests, he says, do you feel that your success was due to luck, or was it due to skill, or was it a combination of both? Put in the chat, what do you guys think that most people say when he asked them, was it luck or was it skill, or was it a combination? What do you guys think? Both. Guy Raz, his name is Guy Raz. Both. Combination. Yep. Both. I need to see more people active in this chat before I move on. I need to know you guys are alive. Otherwise, I'm going to take a break and check you guys and make sure you guys are all right. Combination. Good. Most people are saying a combination. Guys, almost everyone that I've ever listened to on that podcast, they'll say, look, we did a lot of work to build our skill set, whatever that was, right? So there was an element of it that was skill, right? Because we put the effort into building that skill. But there was an element of luck because something came out of nowhere and landed in our lap. And because we had the skill, because we were prepared, that allowed us to take that opportunity and move forward, right? Preparation plus opportunity equals what? When you're prepared and opportunity lands in your lap, what happens? Good stuff happens. You're successful. You have to be obsessed with educating yourself and preparing yourself so that way when an opportunity lands in your lap, you are prepared to close that opportunity. You make your own luck. Hell yeah, you make your own luck. That's what I'm talking about. Always be prepared. When you're prepared, right, for whatever situation comes up, the best prepared you can, you have peace of mind, right? You have a smooth flow, right? You got good mental fitness because you're not stressed out. You're not anxious because you got a process in place because you've educated yourself. You've prepared yourself. You've patched up those holes, those weak spots in your business. And when the opportunity comes, you're able to take advantage of that, right? If you're scrambling, if you're like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Like I'm scrambling all over the place and you got stress, you got anxiety, you're questioning yourself, you're afraid to send a proposal, you got the imposter syndrome, like everything's just going haywire, right? You got to be prepared. How many of you guys have asked or seen in some of the video groups where maybe you've even asked this question yourself, where somebody says, has anybody closed a deal for a blank, for an architect, for a doctor, for a tech company, for whatever? How many of you guys, has anybody closed a deal for a blank I have a doctor asking me about making videos and I'm not sure how to proceed. How many of you guys have seen that question or asked that question? All the dang time, right? Almost every day, Clinton, almost every single day. You guys know what goes through my head when I see this? The first thing that goes through my head is I want to help, right? There's an opportunity on the table. I want to help whoever's asking this question, because if they close this opportunity, it might help them to chase their greatness. It might just give them that boost to get to where they want to go and keep them from going back to their 9 to 5, right? So that's the first thing that I think. But then the second thing that I think is, what does it matter? What does it matter? Because in reality, you should have a process in place so that if a client inquires about your service, you take them through the process that they need to go through to close. And it shouldn't matter if it's an architect or a dentist or whatever, right? If somebody asks for your service, you should be prepared to do that. And too many times I see videographers simply not prepared because they haven't educated themselves to be able to have a process in place. When you have a process in place, you got peace of mind. I don't care who comes to me and says, hey, I'm interested in doing video work. It's going to be the same exact process. Doesn't matter. And I don't even think about it. It just happens, right? So you have to be prepared to close that opportunity. I want to tell you guys a story. How are we doing on time? What time we got? Ooh, I'm going a little bit long. Tell you what, I can tell you this story to make it hit, or we can move on. You guys tell me in the chat. How you guys feeling about us going a little bit long today? Okay. Keep going. Okay. Story time. Hell yeah, you guys are in this. That means you guys are pumped up. Okay, this story pisses me off. Oh, it pisses me off. Every time I tell it, pisses me off. But I'm gonna tell it anyways. Okay. So I'm on vacation. My wife and I are on vacation. She was actually my fiance at the time. She's getting ready in the hotel. I'm chilling there, playing on my phone, just hanging out. I get a PM from this dude. And I don't know why I answered it, but I answered. I opened it up, and this guy says, hey, David, I'm reaching out to you. I don't know if you're going to answer back. I'm hoping that you will. I could use some help. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, maybe I can give this guy some help real quick. I got like 20 minutes while my wife is getting ready. So I answered back. I say, what's going on, man? What do you got? Like, what can I help you out with? He says, man, I can't believe you answered. I'm so glad you did. I got this giant opportunity. This potential client reached out to me. They are asking to go into a meeting, and I'm really kind of lost. I don't know what to do. Pricing is an issue, blah, blah. He's got all this stuff that he's confused about. And I said, okay. In my head, I'm thinking, I got like 15 minutes. There's no way I'm going to be able to help this guy. Right. But I'm like, okay, what information do you got? And he kind of gave me a breakdown of some information. He also told me they've got a budget of $25,000. This is life-changing. $25,000. Guy, he'd never closed anything for more than $1,500. $25,000 was just going to blow his mind. Right. So I was like, okay, cool. Why are you reaching out to me, man? Like, why do you assume that I can help you? And he said, I've seen you in the groups. I know that you help a lot of people. I know that you have a program. I've been looking at it for a while. I just haven't purchased it. Okay, cool. I was like, you know what? I dig that. You need help. You're asking for help. Unfortunately, man, I just simply don't have the time. I'm about to leave for my day, my excursion. I was like, let me ask you next question. When do you need to meet up with these people? And he said, in 2 days. And I'm like, bro, you got stress, you got anxiety, all kinds of mental stuff is happening in your head right now. You're not prepared. You're simply not prepared. And because of that, it's causing you a lot of mental stress. I told him, look, man, you need to buy a program or hire a coach or do something and cram for the next 2 days and try to land this deal. I said, I can't, I simply don't have the time. In fact, I got to leave right now. I really wanted to help this dude, but I just didn't have the time. Went on my vacation, wished him the best, came back from vacation. 2 months later, I was like, you know what? I need to follow up with that dude. So I followed up with him. I was like, hey man, how did it go? Did you land that deal? Like, what happened? He said, no, I didn't land it. I'm confused. They said they had a $25,000 budget. I reduced my price to $20,000. They didn't take it. They hired somebody else at full price. I'm very confused. I was like, what do you think went wrong? Like, how did the meeting go? He said, I don't know, man. Like, I I wasn't prepared. I didn't know how to answer their questions, blah, 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 whatever. Right. So he lost that opportunity. The opportunity landed his lap. He had never educated himself. So because of that, you guys remember how we did that vision where the camera slips through your fingers and it just disintegrates? The camera was in his hands. That opportunity was right there and it slipped through his fingers. And I said, you know what, man, I think this is a huge learning opportunity. I've looked at your portfolio. It's good. You have the camera skills. You need to educate yourself in the places where there's holes in your business. Educate yourself. Make this a priority to happen. Right. Here's the part that pisses me off, guys. I saw this guy 6 months later on Facebook, and he made a post and he said, guys, family and friends, blah, blah, blah. I want to let everybody know that I've accepted a new position and I am going to be selling insurance for whatever company. I'm going to be selling health insurance. This is going to be my new career. And in my head, I'm like, dude, damn it, dude. Like, that's such a waste of time and talent and skill and ability. Your greatness, it was right there in your hands. Like, that $25,000 deal could have pushed him. And he's selling insurance. He's still doing it. I keep an eye on this guy. He's still selling insurance. And the irony of this, guys, is that insurance company, they are going to educate him how to sell insurance. They're going to educate him in the holes that he had in his own business. They're going to put the time, the effort, the money into educating him, and he is going to sell insurance. He was not obsessed with becoming the best version of himself as an entrepreneur. And because of that, his greatness slipped through his fingers. It pisses me off. Every time I tell that story, it makes me mad, but it pushes me even more. Like, I'm like, that's why I say to you guys, like, when I stay awake at night thinking about The Real Deal and the Video Strategist Collective, I'm always like, man, how can we bring more value so that doesn't happen to other people, right? Do not let that happen to you, right? It sucks. Okay, we're going to skip these tips because I don't want to go too long. In fact, I'll tell you what, if you really want to look at these tips, take a screenshot. Oh, dang it. Let me go back so you can take a screenshot. Okay, I think that's all of them. Take a screenshot real quick so we can get on to number one hack. Yeah, no knock on him on the insurance. There's nothing wrong with selling insurance. There's nothing wrong with making a living. You got to make a living. But my goodness, selling insurance, he had so much skill, man. Gets me every time. Okay, number one biggest hack, guys. The most important thing that you can do to keep a bulletproof mental game. Can I get a drum roll? Drum roll, please. I can't hear you, but give me a drum roll anyways. Okay. Here is the biggest thing, and this is why we've got panelists today. So we're going to talk to them in a second. The biggest, most impactful way that you can have strong mental fitness is to surround yourself with the right people. It's the easiest thing in the world. Like, there's no rocket science to this. When you surround yourself with the right people, things are going to happen. Positive things, right? Surround yourself with people who know what it's like to chase their own greatness, who are on that same journey, who understand and can see you eye to eye, right? A lot of times, guys, this is not going to be your family and your friends. Because like I said yesterday, 99% of people are going to work for somebody else. That's just going to be their life. 1% of people are going to work for their own damn selves. So not everybody is going to understand. Your family and friends might not understand what you are going through, right? And they're going to react to risk and all this other stuff. They're going to react with emotions. They're going to be afraid that you are going to get hurt, and they're going to put doubt in your head, right? And when you plant that seed of doubt in your head, man, it comes crumbling down, right? And I'm not saying don't spend time with your wife and your parents and your kids. And what I'm saying is that you need to surround yourself with other people, unless, of course, your family is entrepreneurs. Then heck yeah, like if they know that life, heck yeah, surround yourself by them, right? But if they are not, you need to surround yourself by the right people. Right? So if you need to join an accountability group, hire a coach, join a mastermind, ask somebody to mentor you, right? You've got to do something to get somebody in your life or people in your life that are going to push you forward, that are going to dare you to be a better person, a better version of yourself, that are going to dare you to be an entrepreneur, that are going to dare you to take those risks, right? You got to put yourself around the right people. What's going on with my thing here? It's not moving forward. Here we go. Okay. Network with other successful entrepreneurs. Absolutely. Listen, don't just submit and like be friends on Facebook with people. Like, have real relationships with people, hop on phone calls, have conversations, text with each other, communicate with each other. Just having friends on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, so what? So you're connected with them. That's not a relationship. That's not surrounding yourself by the right people. Actually immerse yourself with the right people. Okay. What qualities should you look for? They have to be motivated. They got to be just as motivated or more motivated than you are. That's crucial, right? They have to have that entrepreneur set, that mindset of an entrepreneur, right? Not everybody's going to have that. They have to have that. Okay. They're willing to share their knowledge openly and freely because they want to see you be successful, right? They've got experiences. If they share that with you and they're willing to do that, even if you've got to buy that from them, if they're a coach and you got to buy their time, they're going to give that information to you because they want you to be successful. Got to have that. They're willing to be honest with you and hold you accountable. They're not going to like sugarcoat things. They're going to keep it real because in business, you have to be real. Like there's hard times. You got to get through those, but listen, they're going to push you. They're going to hold you accountable. Right? They're going to stretch you outside of your comfort zone. They're going to help you to see that when you fail, that's a growing opportunity, right? You have to surround yourself by the right people. Boom. There we go. Guys, 3 days. We got a lot done in 3 days. I'm very excited. I'm going to stop my share real quick. I'm going to come and see you guys real quick. Real quick, and then I want to actually go to my panelists because I invited some panelists today to give some insight on surrounding themselves by the right people. But real quick, put what has been your biggest takeaway from the last 3 days. What's your biggest takeaway? And stay on the line because we still got stuff to do here. Just jump. Imposter syndrome. Getting out of my way. There we go. Just go for it. There we go. I think everybody likes that bucket. Hey, reminded me. So we did the random spiff, and actually my boy Gio, you won the spiff, dude. So you're getting $100 gift card. There we go. $100 gift card to B&H. I love it. Okay, real quick. I have got Gio and Cade and Jess here as panelists. Let me switch to the gallery view. The reason that I asked these guys on is because they've immersed themselves and built real relationships, and they're surrounding themselves by the right people. And it's having a positive impact on their business. So Jess, I want to go to you first because you're always on the Tuesday morning call and you've got your little Tuesday morning crew. Jess, why is it important to you to have a support system that understands what you're going through and that's going to push you to be a better version of yourself? Why is that something that's big for you?
I mean, it's everything. There's a reason that programs like Weight Watchers and like AA and things like that have this like group component to it, because holding each other accountable is a huge part, is a huge piece of this puzzle. And especially for me, I'm one of those people that can talk myself in or out of anything. I don't need an excuse. I'll find one. And so knowing that every Tuesday morning, I'm going to have my meeting with my little Tuesday morning group of people. Number one, it keeps me from wasting an extra hour or two in the morning, not getting anything accomplished because it's at 8 a.m. my time. So that's a get up and get caffeinated and get there. And man, you leave that meeting and it doesn't matter if I'm learning something that I think is not applicable to me at that moment. Like, you just leave pumped and you leave thankful, and you know you make connections with these people that when you need to, when you have a problem or have a question, you either know who to go to or they will know who to point you to because they're doing the same thing in their circle. So for me, it's just it starts my, I wish it was on Monday really, because it just starts my week off right and gets me in the right mindset of motivation and moving forward every single day, every week. So
Has it made an impact on your business to be
oh my
surrounded by
gosh,
people who are in the same fight?
it's one of the biggest reasons that I have more than doubled my annual goal so far this year, because it's not just learning things, it's the encouragement that these people give me every week. And again, it's that, oh, I have this small problem, who can I talk to about it? Huge reason. I'm one of those, like, I started with Full-Time Filmmaker, right? I got that course. And then I got the Real Deal course. I'm in the micro content course. I think I'm about to buy the Art of Documentary because that's my heart. But I sort of got in the cycle of just like, I have to learn, I have to know everything before I can move forward, right? I don't want a half-ass portfolio. I want a really good one. I have a crappy camera. Maybe I can get a better one. And so to be surrounded by this group of people that are like, go, do, it's really special.
We're going to dare you to keep going. I love it. Guys, Jess, she's in our elite mastermind, the Video Strategist Collective. So is Cade and Gio. I want to go over Cade and Gio. You guys are part of the Young Guns. Guys, this is probably my favorite little, my favorite little squad, because the Young Guns are a bunch of entrepreneurs that are under the age of 25. And I'm telling you, man, they push the crap out of each other. They're following up with each other. They're texting each other. They're having little meetings, accountability sessions. They push each other. Gio, I know that you've been with us for a while. Cade, you just joined the Video Strategist Collective the other day. For you guys, what does it do for you mentally, like your mindset, to be in the fight, but have people that you can call on to talk to?
Yeah. Honestly, it's been amazing. Like, not even just the relationships built around video, but I mean, just around personal life. Because, as entrepreneurs and solopreneurs right now, you're stuck by yourself sometimes in your office, room, whatever the case might be. And I'm going to call out two people specifically, Dom Man and Ace. Those two probably call me once a day, twice a day, just to check up, make sure everyone's on schedule with what we said we're going to be doing this month. And it has been absolutely amazing. Last month was probably one of my biggest months as far as like how much I made, which was really unbelievable. And just, it was one of the most easy months I've had. Like, everything just kind of fell into place because, we prepared each other each and every single month, and it's been incredible.
Dude, Dom and Ace are awesome. Dom doesn't even live anywhere near you. You live in California. Dom lives in Ohio, but there's a relationship.
They both live on. Yeah, Dom's in Ohio, Ace is in Baltimore. I'm in San Diego, so you can really create true relationships with any of these people if you really put the time and effort.
Friends, man. I'm sure you guys just chatting it up about all kinds of stuff, not business. Just, that's awesome. Cade, I know that you just hopped in, but like I told you this yesterday, Cade. I feel like you're the kind of person that wants to surround yourself by the right people, just based on the questions that you're asking in the Q&As. Why is that important? Like, why is it a big deal to you?
I think the biggest advantage to being surrounded by an environment that breeds excellence is that it gives you permission to think bigger. And so the mentors that I have in my life that shoot for Facebook and Netflix and the NFL and have halftime or have Super Bowl commercials, and then I'm surrounded with guys in the Young Gun squad who are out there making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just was talking to a new friend this morning in that same group who's bringing on his first employee also this week, and then being surrounded by podcasts and books from a few select people. It's like all day long, you're being accompanied by people who are also pursuing excellence. you're becoming more like them, and then you're able to put all that into action. And then specifically with accountability, then when you're lower, you're not thinking as highly of yourself, they're to pick you back up and get you right back on track to pursue excellence.
I'll tell you what, there's something magical that happens when everybody is motivated and pulling in the same direction and picking each other up and pushing each other up. Like, just stuff happens. That's it. It just keeps your mind right. You know, you always have somebody to fall back on when you're surrounded by the right people. I love that. You got the permission to just give yourself that go ahead. Guys, like I said, they're part of the Video Strategist Collective. I'm actually going to go, let me back to my screen here, share screen. I appreciate you guys being willing to hop on and talk about that. Here's the deal, guys. As the saying goes, the saying goes, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to, where's my little thing here? If you want to go far, go together. All right. So we've done a lot of work over the last 3 days to get our minds right. I do want to invite all of you who are not part of the Real Deal or not part of the Video Strategist Collective. I want to invite you guys to our family. Because we really do care about your success. We really care about you growing as a video entrepreneur. It's good to get your mind right and get things going, but now it's time to take action. So we want to extend 10 invites and 10 invites only. I'm going to go over this real quick to our Video Strategist Collective. This is our elite mastermind level. Very exclusive. We're only opening up 10 spots. I'm going to go over some of the benefits and some of the things that are inside of the Video Strategist Collective for those of you who are interested in hopping in with us. Why is this thing so laggy? Okay. So first and foremost, if you hop into the Video Strategist Collective, if you're not part of anything else that we do, the Real Deal or the micro content or any of that stuff, if you're brand new and you hop into the Video Strategist Collective, you are going to get access to all of our programs. That includes the Real Deal Video Strategist Club, which is our main program, which we've sold to thousands of people, and it's helped crazy amounts of people actually get off the ground and stay off the ground. You're going to have access to our new micro content mastery course. You're going to get our bulletproof mindset course, which I'm actually going to publish on the 15th. You're going to get access to the 21-day video sales trifecta bootcamp and the online marketer. Mark, can you do me a favor? Can you put in the chat the link? Guys, our programs absolutely work, right? They absolutely work. I want you guys to click on this link. Everybody go click on the link that's in there right now. If you're not already part of the Real Deal, or if you're new to our kind of sphere of influence, click on that link. And I want you guys to go read the actual responses and stories from all of the people in these programs. Go read it. Go click on it. Mark's got that in the chat. All right. Also included with the VSC, this is why it's the most valuable resource in the video community. This is why we put so much effort into doing things like this. You get access to our app where we host everything. You get to surround yourself with the video entrepreneurs who are just as dedicated to seeing you succeed as everybody else. We have monthly workshops all the time, guys. And it's stuff like mindset. It's stuff like taxes, networking, how to script videos, public speaking, lead generation, LinkedIn generation. We host workshops like this every single month. There's always something that we're learning, right? You guys get access to something that we call the blueprints. The blueprints is an actual catalog of deals that our members have closed. I want to give a quick shout out to Dave Katagu, who has helped us put this together. I'm going to pull this up here in a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I'll come back to this, but you also get introduction to strategic partners that you need for your business. We link you up with digital marketers that you can partner with to help you run successful ad campaigns for yourself or your clients. We link you up with tax strategists that are going to help you save money on your taxes, financial advisors, networking coach. We have got preferred partners that are going to help you in those areas that are kind of the weak spots of your business. As I mentioned earlier, we've got an affiliate program that is the richest affiliate program in the industry. We pay up to $2,000 as an affiliate payout when somebody uses our members' affiliate codes. That is real. You want to diversify your revenue. You want to have additional streams of revenue. You want to have something that you can put in the bank. That is available to our members. We got weekly accountability sessions. We got weekly meetings with question and answer sessions. We got so much stuff that make it possible for you to be successful as a video entrepreneur. I want to show you the blueprints. Mark, can you tell me if you can see the Milanote board?
Just got a white screen right now.
Dang. Okay. Maybe let me stop the share and go back to this. Share. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, guys, we have started to collect a catalog of actual deals that our members have closed. So that way, if you're like, you know what, I need to get some creative input on how I can do videos for this, or what strategy might work for this type of company, or whatever it is, we actually have a catalog of all kinds of different industries: automotive, commercial and residential, community services, creative services, education, financial services, home builders, hotels and travel, health services. We are putting this together. That way, if you need to kind of do some research on different industries, you can come in here and look. For example, like this is my deal. I'll show this deal. This is my big home building deal. We talk about who this client is, what they do, how did I generate this lead, what are the client's pain points, what did I have to solve. We cover deliverables, we cover pricing, and then of course we have video examples of all of the videos that we put into these strategies. And we're doing this for all these industries. It's basically a how-to cheat code to go and land a deal, right? This is how this, we even put like sales, like slide decks, your sales presentations. We share those. That way everybody can go and like copy them and use what they need and go pitch it to somebody else. We absolutely do that. So if you guys are interested in that, Mark, can you put the link that they need if they want to join the Video Strategist Collective into the chat?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Here's the deal, guys. We're only taking 10 people in. That's it. We're gonna, for the foreseeable future, only 10 people. First 10 people to hop in, and then we are closing registration for a while. So if you want to hop in, the time is now. I'm going to go back to my screen here. Let me go back to cancel. Where did my, there it is. Okay, that's what's all included. If you have questions, we can do a question and answer session here in a little bit. So you guys know the investment to get into the Video Strategist Club is $4,000 entry and a $500 yearly due. But again, we are only taking 10 people in the first 10 people, and that is it from this workshop. And then we're going to be closed for a while. We're trying to keep this small, so that way it's intentional and we have the right people, only the serious people that want to hop in here and grow their video businesses. Now, if you need a smaller option, guys, go check out the Real Deal Video Strategist Club. We've sold this to thousands of people. Go look at those reviews. Go check them out. We have a coupon code tonight. It is the word bucket in all caps. Bucket, BUCKET. That will get you 40% off. That code is going to be valid for 48 hours. There's a split payment option on that available as well. So if you want to break that up into 2 payments, you can totally do that. And then micro content mastery until September 15th. We have the kind of early adopter price, because on September 15th, the guys are going to upload all of the course material. So this is like our pre-launch sale. So that's going to be $549, and that gets you lifetime access, but that only goes till September 15th. And then if you guys want to buy the Bulletproof Mindset course, that is $27 lifetime access. That is going to be published on the 15th of the month as well. So guys, this has been awesome. I appreciate you guys spending 3 days with us. We put in a lot of work. We got a lot of stuff out of this. I really, really hope that your mind is in a better place. All right. That way you can go out and be successful. We want to see you be successful. We care about you guys. We care about your success, and we want to be part of that. If you need help, we're here to help. That's why we've put these things together. Okay. I want to do real quick a question and answer session. If you guys have questions about any of our programs or any of our packages, put it in the chat right now. That way we can answer those. And then we'll take about 5 or 10 minutes to do that. And then we're going to go to the VIP session and do the question and answer session about the stuff that we covered today. So if you guys have any questions, put it in the chat. The online marketer, Graham. So the online marketer is that is the mini course that's included inside the Real Deal Video Strategist Club. So that's actually module 2, correct, Mark, or module 3? Module 3.
Module 2 through 4.
Yeah,
Something
that's
like
right.
that.
So it's already in there. Okay. Link to the affiliate program. Oh, who just said that? Fred. So Fred, in order to be registered for the affiliate program, you got to hop in and join, and then we can get you an affiliate link that you can use to try to earn some additional money. And we can talk to you more about that. Fred, send me a message. We can talk about that offline. But the link to actually buy in tonight, and again, only 10 people is there for you to hop in if you want to do that. The bulletproof mindset is in the VIP. Yes, Julio, you're going to get access to that. We're going to send you access to that. Absolutely. Okay. Is there a discount if I have TRD, VSC, and MCM and VIP mindset already? Clinton, send me a one-off so we can figure that out. Okay. I'll help you figure that out. Send me a chat on on Facebook Messenger. I'll keep an eye out for that. David Mark and the VSC is the best. Yeah, put it in the bucket. Thank you, Graham. I appreciate it. Okay, cool. I don't see any other questions. So let's go ahead, Mark. Let's move this. Same question as Clinton. Julio, send me a chat as well. We'll see what we can do. All right. If any of you guys are already in TRD, VSC, and MCM, send me a message. We'll figure something out for you guys. All right. So I'll be on the lookout for that tonight. Okay, awesome, guys. Put in the chat if you guys are ready to go. Put in the chat if you guys are excited. Your mind's in a better place. Was that worth it for you guys to spend 3 days with us? Was it worth it? Heck yeah, loved it.
Hey, David, one last good question. Can you say the difference between TRD and VSC, between the course and the collective?
Yeah, so TRD VSC it's an actual course, right? So you're gonna purchase into Teachable, you go through the program, you learn the stuff, and you implement it. We do have a Facebook group that has like 1,000 people in it, so there is some interaction there. And we interact as much as possible. But when we have such a big group, it's hard to interact as deeply as we would want to. So a lot of it is, like I said, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. So if you buy TRD VSC, you're going to get a lot of information and you go implement it and you can totally kick butt. Go look at that list or that link with all the success stories and the people closing deals. That like 90% of that is from the Real Deal Video Strategist Club, right? So it's 100% possible for you to purchase that and really, really kick some butt. The Video Strategist Collective is more of a community-based environment, right? So it's not a course, it is an actual mastermind. So we have meetings all the time. We have accountability sessions. We have workshops. We talk about stuff that's very much even more business oriented. So things like taxes and insurance and networking and public speaking and stuff like that, that we don't cover inside the Real Deal. We do that in the Video Strategist Collective, and it's more of a community. So we're interacting with each other a lot more than you're going to see in the Real Deal. The Real Deal is a course. The Video Strategist Collective is a mastermind. Two different things. Glad you asked that. Who asked that question?
K-Win.
We want to see you in there. If you have questions about that, send me a message via Facebook Messenger and I will keep an eye out for messages tonight. Okay. All right, guys. It's been awesome. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this. And hopefully we'll continue to see you guys in the next ones, and we'll do more of it. All right. Peace out, guys. And everybody that's in the VIP or the Q&A session, if you guys want to go to the Q&A, we're going to do that right now.